In the fall of 2009,
a group of teens from Georgia,
teens who had spent several summers here at the swamp,
decided to embark upon a mission.
They knew what the swamp had done for them.
And they knew what the swamp had done for campers who had come all the way from Jamaica.
So they thought, instead of our Jamaican friends coming to camp,
let's bring camp to them.
Their mission was simply to serve.
From this one camp here in Middle Georgia,
to countries around the world,
we're investing in ourselves.
And each other.
And in a better world.
From values we learn.
In the swamp.
In the swamp.
In the swamp.
Well, welcome to the swamp. This is a place where it really began 19 years ago. We've had 18,000 kids come through. It was created with a dream by a couple that what they really wanted to do is they wanted to impact kids, 9 to 18 years old. They wanted to change a community, change a family, change a world. You know, what we realized was we have something here that's precious. It's proven over, the last 19 years. And we want to take it to the world. So a couple years ago, we had the opportunity to go to Jamaica. And that's how Swamp Core started. And what's amazing is the response out there in the world, that there's a need. There are kids waiting for this. And to have the chance to go to Jamaica, to go to Barbados, to go to South Africa, and who knows where next is thrilling. It's exciting. It's what this place is about. When you've given something that precious, you gotta give it away.
The swamp creates a safe environment.
Physically,
emotionally,
and spiritually.
At the swamp,
we develop friendships that last a lifetime.
We respect diversity and bridge cultural differences.
We're trained as future servant leaders.
We're taught how to be good citizens.
We learn the pillars of a peaceful planet.
As modeled in the Bible.
Service, gratitude,
humility, encouragement,
and forgiveness.
We teach others to teach others.
So that swamp camp culture
will perpetuate in the host community and beyond.
Next year.
And the year after that.
And for generations to come.
The things that they receive are the things we're trying to teach. Not only respect for each other, but really what we call the 5 pillars of a peaceful planet. They learn service. They learn encouragement. They learn forgiveness. They learn gratitude. They learn humility. The way that we instill these 5 pillars is through our program strategies. And all throughout the week, we have things that are built in. Service, everybody gets in a team, and we find ways to serve, whether it be ways to serve the camp, whether it be the ways that to serve the facility that we're at, whether it's some sort of service project, making it better. With humility, we stand out below the star. We actually sit out in the stars one evening, and we realize our place in the big universe. That we're very small in this huge place, yet we have a very special role. As we sit, as we lie here, and as we think, and as we talk, I want you to listen to some facts. I want you to grasp some things about all that God has made. And as you look up, welcome to God's workshop. Forgiveness. We teach them about the power of hate and the power of forgiveness of the cross, but we also do it through the message of our relationships with each other. You see, if you can't grasp forgiveness, then the rest of the story makes no sense, because you'll never understand the extent of Jesus' love. When it comes to encouragement, we have a time that we call the Ring of Honor. What we do is we actually poignantly, right at the person, call them in and have something encouraging to say to them.
I've been really proud of you throughout the week, how you've come out of yourself, how I see you talking with more people, and at the field you're doing the sack races and the balloon toss, and you race with all the other guys and stuff.
And then lastly, gratitude. We take some time and we allow some public expression of things that you just gratitude. It could be anything. But what this does is it teaches a positive environment. It teaches how to think positively. It teaches us to look at the things that they have, not the things that they don't have. We are a spiritual-based camp, and one of the things that we do throughout the week is every day we have Bible classes. They're taught by a combination of counselors, sometimes our adult volunteers, and then myself. We teach the Bible. We get the kids to get into it, to dive into it, because really it is a foundation of the pillars and the character that we think the entire world can base their lives on. The principles that are taught in there are universal. I mean, you can't find a society that wouldn't accept them. You can't find even a law system or other religions. They are universal.
At the swamp,
We play swamp ball.
If you could take a 6-foot round bouncy ball and combine the skills of soccer, football, maybe a little lacrosse or something, throw all that into a mix, and that's swamp ball.
We play dodgeball.
Dodgeball, the whole camp gets involved, and a lot of times we'll end up doing counselors versus the campers. And I remember not long ago, actually in Jamaica this year, we had a 2-hour dodgeball game. Can you imagine? They loved it.
We play Foursquare.
We play lots of games.
Fun is the foundation. It's the environment that helps a kid to be safe, helps a kid to be themselves. And when they're safe and when they're themselves, then you can teach them anything, and they will respond. And it's amazing. That's how these pillars get planted. That's how they get formed, because the kids are in this safe, fun, productive environment. One of the reasons our culture seems to easily perpetuate itself is that we've learned this over time, that it's really about who delivers the messages. So if an adult tries to impart his message on a child, it's not so easily received. So when an adult teaches and guides one of the counselors, then the counselor can influence the older kids and the younger kids. What we found is that kids are a lot more receptive to their peers and to those who are just a little bit older than them. You know, one of the things I think is really attractive about the swamp, and if you come and visit, you're going to see how much the kids are active. We have all kinds of things for them to do, and we have a schedule, but it's very loose. The kids don't know it. What it is you got the counselors and the experienced campers that generate a lot of activity, and it's amazing. They play board games, they play card games, they do crafts, they paint, they make friendship bracelets and share them around the world with people. They do dominoes. We do a thing called Chief Mau Mau. If I tell you, then it would just ruin the surprise. But we have all kinds of things that they just naturally get into. And it was even told to me one time that somebody said, how do you make that happen? I've been to camps where when kids have that much free time, they just sit around and do nothing. Well, I think what it is you got great leadership, you got great culture that says we want to interact. That's what it's all about. We get rid of the iPods and the electronics and we focus on each other. And that's how we develop the respect, and that's how we develop the relationships and learning about each other by just doing what we love to do, being active and having a great time with things.
Well, Jeff has loved camp as much as I have from the very first day. He loved his children being here. He loved counseling and teaching, and he has a vision that I frankly never had, which I have embraced, and that is that we can take this very culture to every country that we can, because children are the same wherever they are. If they're in South America or the Caribbean or South Africa, children understand love, they understand respect, they understand authority, they understand all those things. If we can take that, they will get it. We've proven it with generations of counselors and generations of campers and over 20 years, and the culture's changed outside of camp, but when you come to camp, it's always been pretty much exactly the same. And so I think that kids come here because they know that and they feel safe here, and I think that'll happen wherever we go. As we meet kids and counselors from other places, I think we'll be able to create the same thing.
Invest in me.
And I'll invest in you.
Help peace and love go viral.
Invest in humanity.
When you look at the swamp and you look at the culture, it's proven, and we've got a proven method. We've got the places to go. We've already been invited to 3 places in the last year. We expect more places. We've got the counselors and the people from the states that are wanting to go. And when you invest in something that's proven, it's going to come back in a great return through the individuals and the kids that we impact. And when we impact their characters, that impacts the individual. When you impact the individual, that impacts the greater good.
Welcome to Swamp Corn. Swamp!